In a world where the real superheroes are not those who wear capes and fight with superpowers, but those who wear lab coats and fight microscopic invaders with chemicals, every second another bacterium grows, reproducing a gene that resists the antibiotic threat. Our heroes' weapons are becoming useless against the bacterial spread, and an antibiotic resistance crisis is coming, and to thwart this crisis I must inform the general public on how to prevent it.
Hello, my name is Theresa, and today I will be discussing the antibiotic resistance crisis. So, what are antibiotics? Well, antibiotics are chemical drugs used to treat bacterial infections by inhibiting the cellular processes required for the growth of bacteria. They are produced in nature by soil bacteria and fungi, which is ironic considering they're actually used to kill bacteria. They belong to a class of compounds called secondary metabolites, which are molecules that are not essential to normal growth and metabolism, but they perform specialized roles in species that cannot move or speak to communicate. Antibiotics have led to impactful advancements in the fields of medicine and surgery and the extension of human lifespan. Unfortunately, antibiotics have become less and less effective due to their overuse and misuse by doctors and patients.
Bacteria contain virulence factors and antigens that are toxic to cells in their cytoplasm. When these bacteria enter host cells, they release these products as they attach to healthy cells. The toxic materials weaken the host cells and cause immune responses in the person, leading to them obtaining infections or diseases such as tuberculosis and pneumonia. The first antibiotic was discovered by Sir Alexander Fleming in 1982 after he accidentally left out an uncovered culture of Staphylococcus bacteria that came in contact with penicillin. Since penicillin's discovery, antibiotics have been attributed to over 200 million saved lives. Other classes of antibiotics to note after the emergence of penicillin are tetracyclines, cephalosporins, and macrolides. Note the molecular structures here. Alexander Fleming correctly predicted the antibiotic crisis as the overuse and misuse of antibiotics and led to increased antibiotic resistance. Over time, many antibiotics have lost their effectiveness due to the nature of evolution. Some bacteria survive because they have genes that code for antibiotic resistance. Bacteria with the genes for resistance will survive, reproduce, and pass that gene to their offspring, while the other bacteria without the gene will be killed by the antibiotic. Antibiotic-resistant bacteria pose a large risk in hospitals where there are high levels of bacterial disease and antibiotic usage. If these bacteria are not found, they can be detrimental to people's health. According to the United States Center for Disease Control, as of 2013, 23,000 people have died each year. How do we prevent this crisis? The Food and Drug Administration has begun regulating antibiotic use to limit their use by only prescribing antibiotics for patients who have no other option. The best prevention method, though, is to make alternative therapeutic drugs that can replace antibiotics. One way to determine resistance is with the Kerr-Bauer method, where a small disc infused with a specific antibiotic is placed on an agar plate where bacteria is growing. If bacteria is not resistant, a clear zone around the disc appears, the zone of inhibition. If the bacteria is resistant, bacteria will grow along the edge of the disc. The multiverse needs you, if the multiverse theoretically existed, and was suffering from overuse of antibiotics as well, but hey, let's not count the laws of physics yet.